listener, first time caller.
Long time listener, first time caller.
Long time listener, first time caller.
First time
Caller.
First time caller.
After downloading the free Discord app, use the invite link in the description or scan this QR code with your phone to be taken to the Beyond Wednesdays Discord server.
First time listener, long time caller.
There you will see the Modern Comic Mayhem category on the left with the call-in waiting room. Join that call-in waiting room, set up your camera and your mic, and have your questions ready.
Call me now!
It looks like I'm there, bro. That was the after party, bro.
Oh, man.
Hey,
His
dude.
eyes.
She done, I felt hair on my tongue, dude. She ain't got no hair problem, bro.
The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
We're actually a little early today, which is pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. I feel good about it. Even though everybody's like 8:15. Hey, we started a little early today. I feel a little good about that. What's going on, you guys? Welcome to another Friday night, another Hot 10, another great piece of content from the House of Stein. Make sure you guys are subbing up if you're not already subbed up. Hit that thumbs up if you like what we do over here. I love seeing everybody in the chat. We got 50 live before the show. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. Great show tonight. Stein, how you doing, brother?
I am good, other than I still cannot get my microphone to work, so I'm gonna
Sound good.
I'm gonna have to join you guys with the cool little microphones. I'm gonna have to order me one this week. So,
well, you sound good right now, so we'll be able to get through it. Richie, how you doing, bro?
Doing great. How you doing?
Chilling. Really hot out here in Phoenix right now. 118 degrees it was today for me.
Well, how you feeling? That's what I should be asking.
Yeah, right. I'm
You haven't been feeling good lately, right?
Yeah, man. The heat has just been sucking the life out of me. It's crazy, bro.
Hey, you do live in the desert, right?
I know, bro. I'm getting out of the desert. I'm spending basically 4 days in 75-degree beach weather, so it's gonna be nice.
75? Are you going to Seattle?
San Diego, bro.
Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting you suck.
Shout out to High Voltage Mark with a $9.99 super chat. He says, "Let's start this weekend off awesome." Well, this is the place, that's for sure. That is definitely for sure. Shout out to everybody that's been leaving comments on the YouTube channel, and we appreciate that. We'll be reading those off before we call it a night tonight. Plus, we have, of course, the list, the honorable mentions, the almost 10, and where we started off every week with By the Dip. Starting off with God Country #1 on By the Dip this week.
Yeah, man, this one this one surprised me because I thought there were still a lot of people that were really, really high on God Country, but I don't know if they just didn't see it or what. But what this thing peaked at like 200, but it was pretty solid or pretty steady seller. Like for like what for 9/8, like 1 1/4. Like that's pretty average for this, and it really never went down until this week. A 9/8 sold for $40.
Wow.
Which is like, which I think was the lowest. I'm not sure if it was I'd have to go back and look. There were several that hit really, really, really lows, like for the last several years. But I think $40 might be really, really low for this book.
Yeah, that it's tied to Legendary, who produced Sweet Tooth for Netflix. And I thought something was going to happen by now.
It's also that one Donny Cates book that was just absolutely amazing all the way, right?
This was only 6 issues, right? Like a 6-issue mini? Is that what it was?
Yeah, it's the book that everybody talks about being so great for Cates, and they hold Cates up on that pedestal, I think, because of this book, and rightfully so. But man, he hasn't hit anything since this, right?
I like the Granoff anniversary variant for cover 8, and if this was 2020 through halfway through 2022, I would probably say the late prints are a good play. But like Ben said, you can get a 9/8 of the cover A for $40. You might as well just go that route.
No kidding.
Yeah. Wow. That's interesting. Well, let's move on to the next. Buy the Dip. Oh, Detective Comics 880. One of my all-time favorite books. One of the greatest books ever because it is a regular issue, not a variant. It's very rare to see regular issues like this sell for what they sell, be collected for, how much they're collected, be wanted by so many people. This, Catwoman 51, the Zatanna Hughes, a couple of the Zatanna covers, that Ronin, Aja that we talked about the other week. Like, those are the books that I love. And even though it's on Buy the Dip, this is a great buying moment right here, man.
Yeah. CGC 9/8, which is not easy. I've had this book I think at least 3 different times and sent it in all 3 times, and I could not get a 9/8 on it. It's not that easy of a 9/8. And I don't know. I think it gets a lot of dirt on it or something. Like they all just look grimy on the side for some reason. But that this is not the original what Jock had for the original cover on this, right?
Really?
No. Shout out to Mrs. Horsecock Express for the $4.99 super chat.
Thank you, Horsecock.
Those hippos in the water. Nice.
Hold on.
Tell us more, Ben.
Yeah, tell us more, sir.
Let me look. Let me look because several years ago. Let me see if I still have it. Oh, here. I'm gonna have to try and dig this book out. My wife several years ago bought me the Jock art book.
Ooh.
Oh, cool.
But let me see. I think it was in here. I think it's up here.
I was going through my magazines the other day, and I found my Jock 2080 first creator firsts.
Ooh,
those are tough.
I like it.
Yeah.
And this, if you like art books, this thing is really cool. Really cool. They got a lot of real glossy, acetate covers and stuff in here from zombie flesh eaters and all this stuff from Jock. But let me see if I can find that detective. Anyways, this hit a sale through CGC 9/8 of this, sold for $370 this week. There's only been 2 sales lower than that in the last 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, this should be a 5. I see this book at a $500 9/8, no problem. I don't feel bad about that on any way, buying or selling. That's a good sale for this book. $370. I'll buy that.
$370. Yeah, I think I wish I would have known it was there. Man, I gotta find this now. If anybody knows where that original, his original drawing for this is, I don't see it in here.
But
Mr.
will it be?
Roboto says acetate is a dirty word after Clayton Crane. Yeah, isn't that a bummer?
Everybody wants to know, Ben, while you're looking for that very ghostly, scarce book, will it be a part of the new Steinbeck 7?
Which book?
The book you're looking for.
No, I don't have. No, this one never actually came out. It was never published.
Yeah, your wife gave it to you too. But what other books are going to be in the Steinbeck 7?
Oh, shoot.
Curious minds want to know.
Well, let me just say this. There will be, I'm trying to think, because I've already been packing boxes. I'm still waiting for my last order at CJC to come back. So as soon as that comes back, I'll have that. There will be a Ultimate Comics Miles Morales, the Pacelli variant.
Ooh.
That will be in there. I'm trying to think. There will be. I know there's going to be a Bloodstone number 198 will be in there.
What?
These are just things I'm trying to think off the top of my head. There's going to be a bunch. I mean, basically, of the books I've already pulled, average value is going to be like 200, I think. So I think I've pulled 60 so far. So there are going to be more packs this time. There'll probably be a lot of them are going to be in that $200 range. But
holy shit! Look at this. The one, the only, Yanni Gogolak in the chat. What's going on, brother? Good to see you, Sleepy. Are you going to be in San Diego, Sleepy? Hopefully. Crossing my fingers. Are you going to be in San Diego, brother?
I don't think he is.
Fun. That would be fun.
I can't find that picture, but I know that it's out there somewhere. But it looks different than this. Anyways, yeah, that was the whole point. I'm gonna see if I can find it on the internet. 880.
Well, when you let me know when you find it, and we'll talk about it, because that sounds like something definitely cool. But I'll be honest, I can't stand any of the homages to this. All of them are bad to me. This is a book I don't want to see it homaged. I don't want to see this homaged. I don't want to see Lost 23 homaged. You know what I mean? I don't want to see Catwoman 51 homaged. I don't want to. There's certain books that, especially the variants or whatever, I just don't want to see them dumb that book down, because that book is such a shining example of how cool comics is. And then we're just going to have 10,000 different Lamole foil variants of a book. So.
Yeah, it is irritating. Like, you almost wish that, I mean, obviously these people draw these things and they become part of, ownership of DC or whatever, or Marvel, and they pretty much can do whatever they want to with it. But yeah, I wish some of these things they would just leave alone.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, man. I'm on one right now. All right, moving on. Next on By the Dip, Spider-Gwen, issue number 24, the second print. This is this book was a book that a lot of people were talking about for a long time, and I've always hated this cover. I don't like this cover at all. Her face throws it all off for me.
Yeah, it's her nose. Her nose looks like a sixth grader drew it, right?
Yeah.
Who was the artist on this?
Her hand is also messed up too. Look at her hand.
I'm guessing Robbie Rodriguez, because he did a lot of their Santa covers. And
it looks like she's got 6 fingers.
1, 2, 3. Oh, maybe she does. That would be cool. That'd be a cool superpower. Have 6 fingers.
We'll call them AI, man. All of AI humans have 6 fingers.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Now Doc's even got it even worse. Like, yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that. Oh man. Okay, it gets worse. Anyways, this one's pretty hard to find. Is this the first Gwenum? Is that what this is?
Gwenum, yeah.
Yeah. So the second print's always been pretty hard to find.
Tough book.
And yeah, tough book, and definitely 9/8 are tough as well, because it is jet black. all on the spine and everything. But this one hit the lowest price since 2020. This week, a CGC 9.8 of this sold for $65.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, it is buying season, you guys, on a lot of stuff. You just have to be looking to pick up whatever at this moment. Go hit up eBay, start typing in CGC 9.8 and ending soonest every night, and just look.
Pretty much. Yeah. I mean, pretty much that's what you need to do.
Yeah. Or sit on Whatnot and wait for slab weekend. You know? Moving on.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. This is a cosmic special version cover of Deadpool Secret Wars issue number 2, because the pool is the same color as my blue screen. So everybody out there that's looking at it is seeing her swimming in a sea of stars. So
that's awesome.
This is one of the coolest covers to me ever. I remember this is probably the cover that made me start falling in love with pink comic covers. Right? I mean, this thing is like all pink, and it is a great cover, a great character, the design of the character. I mean, this is a very interesting play on this book, and people still argue over what is her first appearance. And this is like the Captain Marvel second print, right?
Yes, cover only. But
not second print, this is first print.
No, he's saying like the Captain Marvel second print. Where
Gotcha. Yeah.
Cover only. They were doing these weird, Gwen crossovers that month, and this one, people saw it and they loved it. So I don't care if it's in the story or not in the story. The cover is part of the book. This is her first appearance. I don't care what anybody. I mean, if you want to stay with your old school, all the story has to.
Sure do.
Yeah, this one.
A cover ain't nothing but an advertising wrap. That's all it is, not in continuity. But hey, you know what? I know where he's coming from. This is one of those rare occasions, I think, where the consistency can be a little more flexible.
I think the only time it's becomes something to talk about, like an argument about, or not an argument about, a conversation about, is when it's the cover, right? That's the only time to me when a cameo can be thought of more than a first full appearance or whatever. I don't know, man. It's such an interesting thing. Every time I talk about it, I think differently. You know what I mean? I'm like, half the time I'm like, a cameo is the first appearance. I don't care what you say. The other half the time I'm like, no, it's got to be man. It's just pick me when I'm holding some type of crazy book that's one or the other, like everybody else.
I think it's good that we just got those two different point of views, because I look at it, I'm trying to see their opinions, and then you guys know my opinion about it in the story. And when I think of Gwenpool first appearance in the comics, I don't think of Howard the Duck 1. I think of this book, right? So I get that. It's almost for modern comics, almost iconic. It's classic, but it's almost iconic if that character does anymore. But long story short, you know how I feel about old school in story first appearances. Those mean a lot to me, but I see where you're coming from.
What up, Thorough?
It was a percentile qualifier. Sorry.
Okay. One of the interesting things is that everybody's going crazy about Deadpool characters right now, right? Do you think there's any way at all, even for like a half a second, that they throw some fan cornbread out there to all the fans of Gwenpool?
With Deadpool, yes. I could totally see them. I mean, just the fact of what they're already doing.
Especially in a multiverse movie, like, right?
Yes.
Short, man, your day is coming, bro.
So anyways, this thing sold, again, lowest price since 2020. So the last 3 years, CGC 9.8 of this sold for $150, which is, that was a good buy.
Yep. Yeah.
100% agree with you.
All right. Next, Batman 134 from 2023, the Frank Cho 1 in 25. Beautiful cover.
And yes, Miguel, that pool was moving. You're not tripping.
Or are you?
Hey, that you know that's probably coming at some point. They're going to have some kind of liquid cover or something
Covers,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah. You know that's going to happen.
This was a 1 in 25?
This is a 1 in 25. Remember when this came out, this was I'm fairly certain the first week, I think it was on the Hot 10. I think it was selling for like 30 or 40 bucks when it first came out. Is this one of those ones that he uses just like his ballpoint pen or just a pencil and he like cross stitches the whole thing or something like that?
I believe so, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, how he does that is amazing.
Yeah.
It's a great cover.
But a CGC 9.8 of this sold this week for $29.
Wow. And I think there was actually multiple sales that were just like right around that too, Ben. I think the house was like $38. I think this is a great move right here. Good pick, Ben. Really good.
Damn, dude.
But yeah, hey, for all the people that slam all the new books and stuff. I mean, this is why they slam them, is because they say that 3 months later they're not worth anything, and that definitely happens. It's a crapshoot. You don't know which ones are going to be worth something 3 months from now or not.
Yeah, man. Well, again, you never know what's going to pop up one night. Then somebody has ending on a weird time, and you're the only one looking, and nobody's bid on it yet. So, moving on with the almost 10. And we start off with another J. Scott Campbell, homage, but this time homaging himself with Black Cat. What is this? Black Cat #1, the cover B. There's so many J. Scott Campbell variants for this issue.
Yes, the noir one. That's the hyper expensive one. But I will just say that this, for some reason, this cover, this 601 cover, now has several homages out there, and they all do well. Like, people want them. I don't know why. It just has that. It just has a certain look to it that is very inviting, I guess. It's not overly sexualized. It's not, it's just very basic, but somehow just has a certain look to it. So,
good point.
Yeah. There is a version of this. This week, a Virgin Signature Series sold for a 9.8, sold for $700. This one, with a trade dress 9.8, sold for $500. Which this was just like a $300 book just in March as a 9.8. So it's definitely gone up.
To Staff Zen. Look at that. He paid $48 for it in April. Grade that sucker.
Yeah. So
I
like it.
I wonder if did he offer these as 9.8s?
He tends to do that.
Yeah. Look who just showed up. What up, Hood?
Hello, gentlemen.
All he did was show up just so he could say one word for this cover.
Yeah.
What cover?
He doesn't see it.
Oh, you don't.
Yeah, don't worry. Let me look.
And we'll wait for it.
Hold on. Let me click on here.
Hey, everybody, hit that thumbs up. If you're not subscribed,
oh my God.
Please hit subscribe.
Oh.
Ah!
There it is. If he offered these, I wonder if he offered these in 9.8s. Got one of these in a JSC mystery box, and it was a clean 9.8. That's nice too. By the way, if you're not following James Kreider's IG, there's a problem It is one of the him and
Dude, that's Long Short's little brothers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, him, Long Short, and Chloe's Comic Swag to me are the best comic book IGs to follow. So this is a good book. Be on the lookout for it. You can get $500 for $9.8. It's pretty good.
Man, Chad Cave hates JSC. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Huh?
Yeah, that's very interesting. Moving on. Our next book on the list, All-Star Superman, issue number 1, the free comic book day edition. I didn't know that they did a free comic book day edition. Or if I did, I forgot.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that either.
Did this come out before All-Star 1?
It came out May 3rd, 2008. When did All-Star 1 come out? I think All-Star 1 came out in 2008, too. I could be off, though. Maybe, no, All-Star 1 I think came out way before that. All-Star 1 had to come out in the 2000s, so.
All I know is, you know how I hate free comic book day books as being sought after. I just hate them. I hate it with a passion, but somebody this week paid $225 for a CGC 9.8 of this.
Wow.
I like that answer, Chad Cave. Stein has a lot of hate seething within in him. We're gonna do Stein as the Emperor as one of the merch drops.
I am turning. I'm
right.
I
can feel your anger. Strike me down with all your hatred. He's the best shit talker of all time, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We got to start thinking of Ben's Sith name. We want some good ones, you guys. Drop them.
Sidious.
Yeah.
Ben Sidious.
Drop them below. This is a cool book. I think it's cool, but $200 he said for a 9.8. $225. Hey man, the James Gunn Superman Legacy book. There, a lot of people are playing the All-Star game on it, and it's very interesting because I know that they said that they were looking at All-Star Superman as the play on that. I'll be surprised if how much of All-Star Superman is in that movie.
What you remember that run? The what was it? American Alien?
Yeah.
Superman.
You
guys
good.
Don't think they might do that?
No, nobody knows. Nobody knows what they're gonna do. I just hope they don't fuck it up. So
yeah, it's gonna be like every other Superman, but this one won't be able to fly.
He'll jump.
Yeah.
Keith said he got it for $1 on Whatnot.
There we go. There we go, bro. Sell that sucker ASAP. Get it graded.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Moving on. This is an interesting one. Gone with the Blastwave Volume 1. This was a web comic that they ended up printing a trade for, self-published. And it was much beloved. It had a big fan base online. Gone with the Blastwave did. So it was originally the web comic by a guy named Kimo Lametti, and it was published by Jesser and Company in 2007. So it says here, on April 10th, 2020, the 2 available copies on Amazon were being sold from 637 to 644. There is no sign of Volume 2 being printed. Stein, how much did you see one sell for?
This sold for the only sales I could find on this. I saw like a $60 sale, and then like an $80 sale, and then this sale this week sold for $200.
Wow, there you go.
Yeah, I've never even heard of this. I don't even know what I don't even know what the story is about. The cover
I can
looks
show
nice.
you. I can show
unless
you.
Unless it's AI, but this was 2007, so it's probably not.
So here we go. This is right here. This is some of the stuff. It was I think it was just like a comic online. Hold on, let's see here. What's this? Yeah. So, going with the Blastwave. Is about a sniper and pyro, 2 Red Army soldiers wandering about in a vast war-torn city, likely devastated by nuclear bombardment. With no one knowing the way out, the only thing left to do is stay in the city, continuing the endless war with the blue and yellow armies by any means necessary. There are a few clues about the timeline, but their weapons and scrap lying around the city definitely puts it in the late 20th century. So, pretty interesting. Pretty interesting.
So
like I said,
so they're just sitting there picking people off.
Yeah,
for no reason.
Who knows, man? Red versus blue. Again, some of these things that we have no idea about have big fan bases and that pay a lot of money for it. So if you see one at a
nerds.
Well, pretty cool. Next on the Almost 10, Dark Ride issue number 7, the Frozen homage by our boy Tony Fleeks, who is going to be in San Diego this next week. And this book just came out. So if you have it, have him sign it.
Yeah. So this one's a 1 in 25. Where are they issue? Number 7. Yeah. So it's still going. Just came out. I figured that this one, I didn't know that they were doing a Frozen one, but you figured that would probably be somewhat popular, right?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. 100%.
Yeah.
I was talking about this on Comic News Weekly. We on Comic Man Andy's channel, I do every week. I do it on Tuesdays with him, Ryan Averse, sometimes Simple Man will jump on. We go over new books. And this book was, each one of us was like, yeah, this is gonna be one of the books that everybody's gonna be wanting to pick up. It might not hold a value, but it's valuable right now.
Yeah, it's not like it's selling for massive. It's just selling for like $30, which is above, it's above ratio. I would assume that the print runs on these have dropped off dramatically compared to the earlier issues, right?
And it sold out on the online retailer level as soon as it dropped. So
yeah, very cool. 1 in 25. Be on the lookout. Next, another interesting Disney-esque book, Little Mermaid. It's issue number 3. This is from the recent series, right? 2020, 2019, something like that.
Yeah, number 3. Which is really weird. That number 3 this sold for $50 this week. Yeah, $50 for number 3. Then I know the number 1 sells for like $30 or $40, right?
Yeah, it's always a big book. I see it signed a lot. A lot of people have been getting them signed, CGC signature series with the actress or the voice of the cartoon. Yeah, look, even Solo Wookiee's like tough book right there, man. Solo Wookiee's all over that.
Let me ask you. This is not a political question at all. Would it be in bad form to get this signed by the actress from the live action?
No,
that just came out.
That's what I'm talking about. Would that be bad form? No, I think that's what a lot of people are doing right now.
What? So you would get this cover signed by?
Why not?
Well, because she's white and the other.
Oh no, I don't think that's a thing, dude. No, not at all. I think
so. I don't know. Like, why would you get a voice actress to sign this book?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If I took this, if a kid took this up to that actress, would that be bad form? I know kids don't.
Yeah,
I know kids don't. Adults do.
If adult did, I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Well, that's what inspired the.
I think somebody would talk shit about it, but I don't think it's bad form. I think some douchebag would be out there be talking shit about it, or, but I don't think it's in bad form.
It would just be like if Samuel Jackson signed a
Nick Fury book.
Nick Fury #1.
Yeah.
Would he do that?
Sure, he would.
Yeah, why not?
Because that's where the character was
as long
inspired,
as you pay him.
I don't know. I'm curious. Are there any signature series Nick Fury books where he is not black?
For the races.
I ain't gonna sign that motherfucking book.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I like I said, I don't look at it that way.
That's
just
an
saying
interesting question. It's a very interesting question. I would love to know if there's anybody out there that feels that way, because I just think that would be so stupid if they did. I don't see that at all.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I mean, I kind of look at it as like, you know, if you had a Deadpool run and Liefeld wasn't attached to it at all, like he wasn't a creator or artist or whatever, I mean, I would still have him sign it as Deadpool, you know, because they're all kind of like in the same bubble. When it comes to, I see what Ben's saying, but when it comes to voice actors, I mean, I would actually love to have, like a Ultimate Fallout 4 facsimile, and have it signed by all the voice actors from Across the Spider-Verse. That would be insane, and get that, you know, facilitated and witnessed as a 9/8. That'd be cool for my wall. But for voice actors at least.
Like if you're at a con and there's like voice actors there, do you like tell them, hey, can you like talk to me the way you would on the show?
So you say that, but several years ago I went to C2E2 and all three of the voice actors for the Animaniacs were there, and I wanted all three of them, and I'm pretty sure that they were doing conversation in their Yakko, Wacko, and Dot voice
in character.
No, it would have been cool, dude, to get them to sign a book.
Yeah,
that's a great thing to do.
Yeah, I've got a cover the Hello Nurse cover, and I actually had it like. So,
ready shadow box, shadow
box
box
and everything, the cost was I just couldn't justify the cost to get all three. But
did you record them?
No, no.
Okay.
I'm not that. Okay, I'm a dork, but I'm not that big of a dork.
Okay. Right, say it again. Let me hear
it. Next, we've got My Little Pony, the 40th anniversary special. This is the 1 in 10, 1 in 25 variant.
1 in 25.
That's actually kind of a cool idea for a cover, dude.
That's the 1 in 50.
Oh, that's the 1 in 50. Okay.
Yeah, that you're showing. That's the 1 in 50.
All right, let me go get the other one.
So A&Z pre-sold that book. Now, the only reason I didn't have that one on here is because there weren't any live sales. But A&Z pre-sold that 1 in 50 for over 200.
Wow.
Yeah. The 1 in 25 is selling for 50 plus. It just came out this week. I don't know what the deal is with these My Little Pony books. I'm just as confused as everybody else, but
I'm bringing it up right now.
Somebody's buying them.
Yeah, man. Big time. It's all the bronies out there, dude. Here is the 1 in 5th. This is the one.
That I think is the 1 in 25.
They're calling this the 1 in 50.
That's not what Midtown has it as, and that's not what it's all listed on eBay. That one's the 1 in 25.
Interesting.
The other one's the 1 in 50.
Very, very cool.
That's the one that's selling for like 50 plus right now.
Well, be on the lookout, you guys. The bronies are making some money right now. Danger Room says, how long has My Little Pony been around? Since the early 80s.
Yeah, I remember those. I remember when I was a kid.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I told the story the other day. My mom I remember when I would go to the toy store, I'd be looking at the G.I. Joe. My mom would be looking at the My Little Pony shit. Be buying My Little Pony stuff. So, yeah, nostalgia. Yep. You never grow up, dude. My mom is the biggest kid I know. She decorates with candy from the 50s, man. It's interesting.
Now that's awesome.
Right? Moving on.
Yeah, hell yeah. Like the vintage candy wrappers and stuff like that.
Hell yeah. Yep. the Hunger and Dusk issue number 1, the gold 1 in 100 Cliff Chiang variant, which is very cool cover.
It is a cool cover.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Is there any? I didn't even look at the A cover. Is this just a gold version of the A cover?
Yeah.
Or is it completely different?
No, it's just a gold version. No, it's
Okay.
not the A cover. There's a variant. There's a 1 in 10, I think, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to Skagway for the $10 super chat. Says, keep loving what you guys are doing. Keep up the good work. Loving the new additions to the 10. Holla to Dalla, Hood, Jesus, and WWSD. What would Stein do? Thank you. Appreciate you, Skagway. Good shit. And this is a good cover right here.
Yeah, so it just came out this week. It is selling for right at that $100, so right at ratio. Wow. Is it IDW that has the really good return policy? Like you can order 100 copies and
Boom Studios, right?
Boom.
Is it Boom or is it IDW? Or both?
I thought it was Boom.
Maybe it's Boom. Okay. So if it's not Boom and IDW does not have that return, I mean, that's a lot of.
I'd be surprised if the company that was doing that return policy is still doing it. I was watching a fucking YouTube rabbit hole the other day about a guy who in 1990 bought a lifetime United Airlines pass for him and plus one on private flights for the rest of his life. He bought it for $500,000, and he has flown. He has made so much money off that one pass. I don't think, and they're like, we're never doing that again. You know what I mean? I don't think that that companies would be doing this still when the amount.
So he's charging the plus one, right?
Yeah. No, he makes money off of miles. Yeah, he flies like 90 times a year, and he makes $50,000 a year plus. Yeah, off miles.
It's genius.
Yeah. So like, with the economy the way it is in comics, I would love to know if new comic book day sales, what the hit has been taken there. But if the company is still offering great return policy, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm seeing like Chitlin says that it's IDW does it as well. Then Hated says IDW or Boom does it for select books, not all, and IDW doesn't. So I honestly have no idea.
Yeah, that's interesting, man. That's very interesting. Darren says there is a non-gold B version of this cover. Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was the 1 in 10, but it's the B version. So
cool.
Yeah, good shit. Very good shit. Be on the lookout for this. Next on the Almost 10. My favorite Almost 10, second favorite Almost 10 book of the week. This is a beautiful Parrillo cover, but you know what? When I first saw it, I first thought of his wife, Carla Cohen. I was like, is that Carla Cohen? It's amazing how much their work kind of looks the same.
Is
Maybe
that his
not
wife?
the same. Yeah, it's his wife.
On the cover?
No, dude. Drawing.
Oh, I was gonna say, dude.
Yeah. This
job.
is beautiful.
Good job, Lucio.
Yeah.
Ciao,
Man.
Bella. Ciao, Bella.
They're gonna both be here at San Diego, man.
Wow.
Yeah. First time being in the States for a con in a long time, I guess. So that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, this one's before
Shout out to Chad Cave for the $25 super chat. He says, I like comic books. Love you, brother.
I like Lamp.
I like Lamp. I like Toidles.
Yeah, thank you, Chad. So this is number 18. So if you guys want to back up 5 months ago or 6 months ago, remember we told you to buy issues 13 through, or what is it, 14 through 17, 13
Yeah.
14, 15, 13 through 17.
Yeah.
Those are all out. The redemptions are, you have to have the redemption. I have to go back to my email. The redemptions, I think, are due by July 31st. So if you have those or have not picked the rest of those up to get either the Campbell or the Frank Miller. Is it Frank Miller?
I think it was.
I think it's Campbell. Yeah. So do not forget. But this one is selling. This one just came out this week, selling for 15 to 20 on eBay. However,
Cornbread.
This is still available for cover price if you go to Torpedo's website. Now,
I'll drop that in the chat for you guys.
I am not a supporter of Torpedo. I don't have any stock in Torpedo, but I don't want you guys paying. If you do like this cover, I don't want you spending $15 to $20 on it. You can get it for $4 on Torpedo's website. And if you're missing a couple of those Essenzias to get the redemption coupons, go ahead and pick those up.
What do you think that Campbell goes for as soon as it hits eBay?
It depends on how many are redeemed. I mean, you figure it's still just a 50-50 shot that you'll get the Campbell. So, if you really think about it, I mean, so it was 5 issues, and then you have to pay. You gotta pay shipping both ways. So you're gonna have about 40, probably $40 to $50 in it to get one of them. I mean, it's probably about how much you've spent to get one of those. It's about $40 or $50 with shipping and all that stuff. So if you're figuring, I'm assuming that the Campbell is going to be way more sought after than the Miller. And you're just going to have to hope that, some of the people that only did it once, they may not get the Campbell. They may get the Miller.
Oh, man, I would be furious, dude. You see the way Miller's drawing, dude? It's horrible, dude.
Yeah, I mean, Patrick says it's going to go for well over 100. I would suspect that. I would think that the Campbell's going to be, my guess is, especially the first ones that come out, they're probably going to sell for 150. That's my.
You know what sucks is if it was like Campbell or Adam Hughes, you know what I mean? Campbell or like Jeff DeCall, but to put Campbell and a shitty artist, I mean, that's not cool at all, dude.
I could have put Campbell
if you're
or
going
Parrillo. This Parrillo is,
if you're going
is
on
next
this
level,
the scavenger hunt to get a pretty badass artist, and you see the way Frank Miller's drawing. He's drawing like Stan Lee's Auto. You know what I mean?
What do you guys think of this? 80s Comic Geek says, I sent my coupons in and kept a set with them intact. Do you think the intact versions are going to be worth more because of that?
Yeah.
I mean,
you add the intact with the Campbell, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you think like all those, was it the Harbinger?
Yeah,
the Harbinger.
Valiant stuff,
yeah. I mean, basically the ones with no coupon are worth basically nothing. But the ones with the coupon 9/8 is still a good book, 30 years later. I mean, I think I'm not sure that these have the universal appeal that Valiant had back in the day. So I think that may be, but I will say that I don't know how Torpedo is getting these artists to do these covers for them. But I mean, he's had Frank Cho and, Parrillo and who else has he had? He's had a bunch of really good artists do covers for this series. And they're still, while that's the place to get them, and they have them in stock, I would still think the print run is not huge on these because nobody else is really selling them. Nobody else is really selling them.
Has anybody read this series? Is it good?
Oh, I was going to tell you though. And I don't know if anybody noticed this or not. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Because I can find 17. Because you guys are going to find this super. You're going to find this super interesting. All right, so this was 17. This was the last of the coupon. But I want you guys to look in the guts. I just happened to, I was like, I want to see what the inside looks of it. Look who is in Can you blow this up?
Yeah.
Look who's in this. Look who's in there. Shaq, Jordan, and Steph Curry.
Oh wow.
Whoa. That's interesting. How did they pull that off?
I don't know. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
That's their first. First,
I don't think they know.
first team up, first meetup, first appearance. I mean, geez, nice.
Yeah.
And they're like actual photos, but they're like kind of slightly blurred.
Oh,
But
okay.
I mean, it's definitely Shaq, Jordan, and Steph.
Very cool.
I saw
They're
that.
all we got next.
I saw
Look
that,
out,
I was like-
Topher. Look out, Topher.
I was like, man, look at that.
50 Shades of Red Hood.
Thinking Jordan is in there. How awesome is that?
What's
Yeah,
up,
that's
Thorough?
cool. Definitely cool.
It's good shit. I like this cover. And I'm glad anybody's out there that wanted to pick one up was able to get them for cheap. So it's a beautiful book. Next, the final book of the week, right? Is this the final one? I think this is the final one. Deadpool Core number 1, right? Yeah.
Yes.
The Liefeld variant. I've always been big on the Deadpool core books. I love Lady Deadpool. I love Headpool even more. And don't sleep on Little Wade or Whittle Wade.
Yeah.
That one shot's a great book too. But now everybody's kind of tripping out because they think that the Deadpool cores could be in the new movie. Oh, we got the best almost 10 book next. Sorry, we have one more that's fucking amazing. So.
Yeah, is this an incentive? Because my comic shop didn't say that it was an incentive, but I don't know if it is or not.
I don't think so. It just said variant on Cover Price. Shout out to Cover Price too, you guys. You guys know Cover Price is where I go get all my info for all these books, and appreciate them. I get all my picks from them too. So shout out to the guys over at Cover Price, one of the best comic book companies in the game, and can't wait to see those guys in San Diego.
Yeah, Ben, I think it's just a cover B. I wouldn't be surprised if it was an unlocked variant, Centile qualifier.
I mean,
it looks open to order right now.
It's still terrible. I mean, like the more you just sit there and look at this cover, the more it gets really bad. I mean, look, Deadpool's left arm. Look at his. I mean,
Thigh
look
gap.
at that. Holy cow! The
Does
size of that.
Deadpool have
left,
a thigh gap, or is that just a shine?
I don't know what man.
Thigh gap. Need a sign there. Next lip, 1 mile. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, Lady Deadpool has the same issues that Spider-Gwen had with the chest area. Like, it's really bad.
Well,
It's-
you heard about the news this week. Everybody's going crazy. I think Lady Deadpool's a great buy and hold right now. Brian brought it up month and a half ago, and Blake Lively on set right before they shut down. All these leaked pictures, but of course she was in her civvies, her regular.
Isn't
clothes,
that Ryan Reynolds'
bringing her,
wife?
Yeah, bringing her dude lunch. But everybody's going, "Oh, Lady Deadpool, Blake Lively." The blonde hair. But it whoever was that man, that kid in his mom's basement with the pajamas that put out that rumor and that leak, you started something cool, but it's no good.
Did you guys hear Emma Stone as Gwenpool?
What?
Emma Stone?
Emma Stone
Where's that? Where?
Really?
will be reprising her role as Gwen Stacy as Gwenpool.
No way, dude.
That's what I heard.
No fucking way. If that happens,
That's
that
what I
would be
heard.
so cool, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, with Ryan Reynolds, I don't think anything is off the table. To be honest,
Yeah.
he could do pretty much. Who knows what he could do?
And that would be fun for her too.
And did you guys hear Chris Evans as Human Torch?
Yeah.
Reprising his role as Human Torch?
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, that's been out. It's been out for a while.
That's
yeah,
hilarious.
they're doing all
Well,
the goofy ones.
That's
Well,
really
it's
fun.
everybody from Fox.
Yeah.
Well, a CGC 98 of this sold this week for almost 200,
Damn.
which is a lot for, because I think this was only like maybe maybe $100 before. Now it's $200. I guess it's just the fact that Lady Deadpool's on the cover, I guess, and that floating head. What you said, Headpool?
Headpool, bro. That's such a great name, man.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at that thinking of Pac-Man. I'm just thinking he's gonna like turn around and just chomp him or something like that. Like it just looks like a Pac-Man ghost. But
I don't know about that Emma Stone rumor because I can't find anything.
I hope it happens.
But
I'll send you.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I appreciate
the little video.
Well, I was just saying that the Deadpool 3 villain, I don't know if she's going to be this main or 1A, 1B kind of deal. Her name was Emma Corrin, so I thought maybe, and she has blonde hair and blue eyes, so I thought maybe you might got it transponded. But yeah, if you have the link, I'd love to see it because the sites that scoopers that I listen to, half the time or whatever, I haven't heard anything about it. So I appreciate that.
This person is pretty connected. I'll find it and I'll send it to you.
Thank you.
Moving on. The best almost 10 book of the week. One of the best almost 10 books of all time right here. A super rare Spawn book. Spawn, the Book of Souls. The BET action variant, as you guys see on the bottom right of that cover. I've never heard of this, man. Great Capullo cover. Badass Great Capullo cover.
it's the same cover as just the regular Book of Souls.
Yeah.
Other than it has the BET logo and action. I'm not even sure how you obtain this book.
Let me see if I can find it.
Does anybody know?
I'm going to look right now.
Was it given out at the Source Awards?
I have no idea. All I know is the regular Book of Souls is like a $5 book.
It was an exclusive giveaway from BET to celebrate the release of the Spawn movie. Shout out to Spawn World and the guy that created Spawn World over there. I forget, back in the day, Flipside interviewed him, and this guy has just created some amazing stuff on the web. But here it is right here. Look at this. There were two covers available for this issue. The cover variant was an exclusive giveaway from BET to celebrate the release of the Spawn movie. Pretty damn cool, dude.
Okay. Well, yeah, like I said, the regular issue is like a $5 book.
Mm-hmm.
This one sold for $1,100 raw this week.
Wow.
That's what it's about, baby.
Bro.
That's what it's all about.
That's crazy.
Man, somebody tackle him, dude. Jesus Christ, dude. I can pick out a book that you can buy for $1,000, bro.
Spawn fans are crazy, dude.
Rabid.
Yep.
Bro. Well, maybe he needed it, and he goes, I got it. I got every Spawn book now.
I mean, last week there was a guy that bought a McFarlane non-key issue of ASM 10.0 CGC for like $4,500 or $5,000.
Wow.
So, anything around McFarlane, even if Capullo's doing the cover, it's no longer surprises me.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? While I wouldn't pay $1,100 for this book, obviously, the fact I love books like this that nobody knows about. This is obviously a major character with a major network on the cover. So it's not like it's some, obscure, Kickstarter or something like that nobody's ever heard of. I love crap like this. I think there should be more of this type of stuff out there.
I agree.
Oh, yeah.
I'm surprised you don't have it, Ben.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. When you said 1,100, I said, man, I'm getting the wrong licenses or mortgage. I need to be an insurance guy, travel around the country, and go to dollar bins.
Bro, I've never even heard of this thing. When I was sitting there looking at it, I was like, what? BET action? What?
Wow. Yeah.
I'm like, I don't even know what that is.
Good eye. How'd you catch that, by the way? Were you how do you catch that? I mean,
It's
you
a
weren't
ghost
just
hunter, bro.
You didn't put Spawn. You don't put every single title when you're doing these lists. I mean, that would take you decades.
Yeah, I mean, I spend a lot of time just scrolling through certain searches, and I miss some. There are things that I missed that, like 2 months later, I see, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that would have been a perfect book for that. And I missed it, but
you can't get them all. We only have so many slots, right?
Yeah, only so many slots, but
good eye.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, guys, let's get those thumbs up, hit those like buttons. 193 live. Thanks for hanging out with us on a Friday night. Make sure to come hang out with us tomorrow night, Modern Comic Mayhem. We're going to have a crazy comic book drama alert segment. But make sure you hang out with us.
Drama!
On Beyond Wednesdays. Moving on to the list that we're all waiting for. Let's get it.
Let's go, baby! Woo!
You need to record that right there as a clip.
Starting off our Golden Age book of the week, Lawbreakers Suspense Stories, issue number 10 from Charlton Comics, 1953.
Yeah, if you know anything about pre-code stuff, the most famous Lawbreaker suspense stories is the one with the little guy who's got all the fingers all over the floor. That's probably the most known Lawbreaker suspense stories. This one I think it's number 10, but I think this might be the first issue. Is that right?
No, this is issue number 10.
Yeah, no, it's issue number 10, but I think this is the first of this title. Like back in the 50s and stuff.
They like kind of had a Marvel premiere. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, they changed the title and just kept the numbering going.
I got you. Yeah. So this was like a book in the 30s that Charlton picked up again and started over again.
Something like that. But they probably changed the title or something like that. It might have just been Lawbreakers or something like that. But I think it's a good cover. I'm trying to look at it on my phone. Of course, I can't. I'm gonna have to get my readers out because I can't see it.
It looks like, from what I'm gathering, it actually just looks like the first issue of Volume 2. Okay. And they just started at 10. So you are right. It's always been Lawbreakers, but you are right. They changed it to Lawbreakers Suspense Stories.
You know who the art looks like? It kind of looks like Neil Adams, dude. Like has that Neil Adams flavor to it.
Yeah, I see. I kind of get what you're saying a little bit.
Yeah, I've said fingers. It's tongues that are on the floor. So it's way worse than finger.
Yeah, just a bit.
And the dude's like really squirrely over in the corner that's doing it. But so in 2021, a CGC 8.5 of this book sold for like $2,200. But this week, a CGC 7, which is obviously 1, 2, 3 grades below, sold for $3,400 of this. So way more than the 8.5 sold during the height of COVID, which, we all know COVID prices were inflated, and now this one's even way more than what it was then. So I doubt you're going to be able to find it cheaper.
Yeah. Again, be on the lookout. Moving on to the next Golden Age or the honorable mention book this week. This is an interesting one. Night Terrors, issue number 1. This is the Neon Ink Air edition for this book.
So apparently all that brown was supposed to be neon green.
Yep.
Now, did they recall this, or are they just leaving it as is?
I don't think they recalled it. I don't think very many got out, right? Did a ton get out, or am I wrong?
I mean, I wouldn't expect the print run to be too big on Night Terrors, even in the number 1 issue. But I mean, any retailers out there, let us know if you got that email from Lunar recalling it.
Yeah. It looked like there was quite a few that were available. What is this story about? Because it's obviously across all different characters. So and they've got like Night Terrors Batman, Night Terrors, Green Lantern. And
yeah, it's like your each character's own like little nightmare. And there's a new character called Insomnia. And do you know about the play on night terrors? Do you know what night terrors are? So night terrors are what happens. There's this old folklore tale called the old hag syndrome, where this old hag will come in the middle of the night and sit on your chest, and you can't move, you can't wake up, you can't talk, nothing. And that's what happens when you're going through night terrors. I go through them. I have them, dude. It sucks. Basically, what happens is you're stuck in between that realm of sleep and not sleeping, but you cannot move. You're awake, but you cannot move. Like, this is gonna sound crazy, but when it happens to me, I always have this thing where I try to breathe really heavy to try and either wake myself up or to have somebody hear me. But that obviously never works because you're half asleep. You can't do anything. And it's very, very, very scary. So everybody thought back in the day, like there was demons that were causing that. You know, they would sit on your chest and do that. And it's pretty scary, but that's what a night terror is. That's a real thing. So they're playing off on it. They're doing the insomnia stuff, and each character has his own, you know, thing that is their worst, you know, nightmare type thing.
Worst nightmare, yeah, because night terrors are basically worse than nightmares.
Yeah.
So these motherfuckers would sit on your chest?
No, that's what they used to say back in the day in, like, you know, the medieval times, you know, because they didn't know what was causing it. They would say that it's called the old hag syndrome, or right. Here we go.
I got
Yeah, when Brian was first started telling that story, it's about an old lady that sits on you. I was like, sit on your face. You want way too much milk porn, bro.
Oh my god!
You gotta stay off RedTube, brother.
Oh my god, bro.
I'm kidding. I kid. No, but he's right. There's actually a really good series that you guys should check out. It's on Paramount Plus. It started on CBS. It's called Evil. And it has nothing to do with comic books or whatever. It's all supernatural, obviously devil and stuff like that. There's some cheesy parts, but it's really good. And the main actor in there, she has night terrors, just like Brian's talking about, where basically what Brian talks about. And the person she has the night terrors with is like the devil. So yeah, you should check it out. It's called Evil.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, it looks like somebody said that Midtown canceled or basically pulled this for sure. So
it was probably recalled then.
Daryl said he saw them all at his at 4 different LCSs.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm talking about sleep paralysis. I apologize. Night terrors are they not the same thing, or night terrors just
they're
super
very
bad?
close. You're not gonna. Yeah, I think
night terrors must be like super bad nightmares, right?
Sleep paralysis happens during night terrors, but I think it's
it does. Okay,
it's a temporary state.
Yeah, because the sleep paralysis shit is fucking crazy, man. I have a sleep apnea too, which sucks. So.
Great. You guys are going to make me not sleep tonight. I'm going to have terrors and everything because I'm going to be scared that I'm... Yeah, thanks. So, great.
Moving on to...
Anyway, that is selling for like $20. So it's only, a $4 or $5 cover price. So
yeah,
if you do see it, you know...
And I like all the neon ones. And I like all the... who's doing the red ones? Dustin Wen. The Dustin Wen ones, especially the Zatanna one, is amazing. All right, moving on to number 10 this week. Oh boy. Elektra, the movie, issue number 1, with Jennifer Garner on there. This was probably in every 50-cent bin for a long time, you guys. And now it's hot.
I sold one tonight.
Gosh. Man, I mean, I guess my question is whoever's buying them, what are you doing with them? I mean,
was looking at it.
I guess, but
getting them signed, right? I mean, that's the only good thing to do with this.
Does she do any signings? I mean, is there any Jennifer Garner signature series things out there?
There's gotta be.
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure there is because I've seen pictures of her at cons.
And I'm just thinking like other actors that did, you know, like does Ben Affleck do signings for like Daredevil?
Yeah, Ben Affleck signed stuff for
He was
sure.
he was just at something recently.
That is so weird. I would have never thought some of these people would have done signings, but
she's confirmed though, right, Ben? She's
Yeah.
confirmed for the
Yeah,
for Deadpool.
MCU put out the publicity.
Yeah. Because it came first from I think Vanity Fair, which is a trade. And that's legit.
But I mean, she literally could be in this movie for 15 seconds.
Right. Right.
Deadpool could just see her around the corner, chop her head off, and walk on.
That's probably what is going to happen. Most likely, yeah.
But
you remember when the movie came out, nobody had a problem with her when the movie came out because she was hot, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but it was just such a bad movie.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. Well, like Brian said, this was like a $1 book. There were no sales at all this week. Tons of sales, all the way up to $15 to $20. I can't imagine spending $15 to $20 on this book. But
same.
Sold mine for $30.
Wow.
You sold for $30? No
Yes, sir.
way. Holy cow.
No.
It's high grade.
Where'd you sell it, Hood?
On
10 or bust in the listing. 10
on Near Nirvana.
Oh, how'd that show go tonight? Did it go well?
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
I forgot about that. That was
I
my
sold
bad.
a shitload of Michael Turners. Everybody was buying Turners from me.
Yeah, I was in the live chat and I was like, dude, Brian would go crazy over these Michael Turner covers.
I had some like Turners you'd probably never even seen before.
Wow.
Well, good for you.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, and kind of, I miss those days of whatnot where there wasn't dickheads on there. It was just us.
Yeah.
Speaking of whatnot, we got a good one for Modern Comic Mayhem tomorrow.
Yeah. Moving on to number 9. This is a beautiful cover for Superman Lost, number 5, the J. Lee 1 in 25. And this is a no-brainer. I mean, everybody knew this was going to be a big book once we saw it.
Yeah, and prices were all over the place on this. Some, I think, pre-sales, like people that list them like every week or whatever, they were selling for like $18, which is below ratio. There were others that were, I think, as high as like $50. So it's kind of all over the place as far as what this thing is actually worth. I would tend to think that it's probably going to settle in like the $40 range, is my guess. But it does have a really cool vibe to it. I think it's the colors of the clouds and stuff behind that makes it, that just change the feel of it.
It's like he's in his Kryptonian like
light suit.
Yeah.
It's badass, dude.
Well, DC has been doing some amazing covers. I mean, I haven't read I grew up on DC and I was always DC over Marvel. But it's been a while since I've actually read anything DC, but man, they've been putting out some great covers.
Yeah, I agree, dude.
Jay Lee's fucking bringing it right there, bro.
Yeah, big time. Big time. Beautiful. Next, at number 8. This is the one I didn't get. JLA, JSA Secret Files and Origins, issue number 1. I loved these books back in the day. These were Mike Wingo covers, if I remember correctly. And there was one of these that was a kids JSA Secret Files and Origins. Is that right?
Yeah. No, not the JLA JSA Secret, just the JSA.
Oh,
JSA Secret Files and Origins with the first, second Hawk Girl.
Jesus, man.
Yeah, it's like a red cover.
All right, let me find that.
I actually didn't even know there was a JLA JSA Secret Files.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell is this? I should have asked you. I was like, what is going on?
You see what
here?
Hartman put? He put our porn actresses on strike also. No, just the writers, dude.
All right, so everybody, here is the actual book that we're talking about. That I should have known this. Jesus, for the
first
Hawk Girl
appearance.
stuff.
Yeah, first appearance, second Hawk Girl, which is Kendra Saunders. I think there's the death of the original Sandman is in here, and I think Nucleum becomes Atom Smasher in this issue.
Yeah.
But the news with Isabel Merced, portraying a version of Hawk Girl that was just announced, is making this book bump.
Version of it in what?
I hope to God they're doing like the JSA old school, like 30s. That Superman Legacy is going to be taking place in the 30s, you know?
I mean, it's definitely DCU. I just don't know which project it was. I just heard the rumor.
Yeah, Superman Legacy is what they're going to be in.
Oh, Superman Legacy? Then yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this was only selling for like 5 to 10. Now it's 20 to 30. There's not very many graded out there, I think, because most people just didn't grade this book. Yeah, this was like what? This was like mid 90s, right? When these
late 90s, 1999.
Yeah, when all these.
This has always been
this
has always been a pretty hot book, though. Yeah, it goes like up and down. Yeah.
This one and the Flash one, right? That had Zoom. Was it Zoom's first appearance or something like that? Yeah.
Back when the Flash series was good.
Yeah.
Yep.
When was that?
When I think like when it first came out.
Yeah, that was a good series. All right, moving on to the next book, you guys. At number 7, the lovely Gene Simmons Dominatrix, issue number 1. The Linsner 1 in 10 is oh so beautiful. Second week on a row on there, right?
Yeah, I had it on the almost 10 last week because it was selling for like, it's a 1 in 10. It was selling for like 15 to 25. I don't know if people just didn't know about this or what, but now it's selling for 35 to 50.
It's beautiful cover, man.
Dude, Linsner has had like a resurgence, man. Like you're seeing
Big
a lot
time.
of his old stuff sell, and it's about time. Like, you know, he's been a hell of an artist for a very long time.
I love how he does skulls, and I love how he puts the skulls like small on all of his covers. And I obviously like who cannot love that rear end? Jesus Christ. Holy mother of God.
It's like 2 rhinos in a blanket.
Jeez. That's an amazing cover, dude. That is the next level. So how much is it selling for?
35 to 50 now.
Wow. That's amazing you caught this one. That's crazy. Wow. And you caught it 2 weeks in a row as it was. Wow, good. Nice pick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good eye.
Moving on, number 6. Barnstormers, the issue 1, Frizen 1 in 25, at number 6 this week.
Yeah, was this was on the list last week.
Yeah.
Selling for 40 to 50.
Right.
It is now up to 60 to 75.
Wow.
And we said last week that it's probably it's a bit unusual for Dark Horse to do like incentive variants because they just don't do them that often.
Yeah.
So the fact that they did it, and I'll be honest, looking through a ton of Frizen books, like she is selling like regular red Sonya issues, regular Vampirella issues of her covers are like selling for like $60, $70, $80 a piece. She's got a lot of I think there's I think she just did a Lady Death cover too that was like numbered out of like 70 or 80 or something like that. And people they're paying like $300-$400 for that. So, you know, we've been on, you know, we've been talking about Frizen ever since we've been doing the show. I mean, like and it's not like she's doing anything groundbreaking. I don't think there's nothing you're like, holy crap, that's the best thing I've ever seen. But she's very, very consistent with what she does.
Definitely cornered the market in what she does. Yeah, I agree with you on there. Good one.
She knows how to draw a pretty lady, you know?
I like the Tula Lotte Virgin foil variant
too.
on this too. It's so beautiful, man. So beautiful. All right. moving on to number 5 this week. Amazing Spider-Man number 26, the second print Virgin, 1 in 50. Yeah.
Well, and this is okay. So this one's selling for like 90 to 100, which is still really odd because didn't they come out and basically say that she's coming? Which not like anybody knew that she wasn't coming back, but they already announced that she's coming back as a mutant, right?
As a mutant, yeah. I think they maybe today or maybe yesterday at the earliest they
Cyclops just says not yet or something like that.
Yeah, they even posted the cover. It was in the solicits, and then Bleeding Cool, and then a few other picked it up, and it says in the trade. Did you see it, Brian? The trade. It says Miss Marvel, and it says her becoming a mutant, or however they say it. I don't know how they say it, but it says mutant on there. So,
yeah.
Yes, Jersey. We will get a Frozen top 10. We're going to do some different top 10 artists, genre, blue chips. Did you guys finish your list?
I'm almost done. Probably got 27 done.
Okay,
so I've been really lazy though. Those are easy. They're easy.
Oh, so hold on. So I just so you know what I did. I broke it down into by era,
eras. That's good. I like.
So that. I did golden, silver, bronze, copper, modern, and variant age. So basically, kind of split up the modern age from like 92 to like 2000 ish or something, 2005 or something like that, and then 2006 on or something like that.
I like that.
You know, yes. I want to say something about Miss Marvel real quick, because I think right now, if you're not picking up some of her better books for cheap right now, you're crazy. Because they're letting that actress write the new Miss Marvel book, right? That's a big deal.
Oh, she's actually writing the comic?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, and you know, the Marvels movie is that has that end scene for her and what's her name putting together the Young Avengers group. And Miss Marvel stuff is at its lowest ever. We talked about that second printing being on Buy the Dip the other week. There's that crazy Sum book that is so low. All Miss Marvel, all the point ones are so low. We should, now is the time, and we're gonna regret not buying them where they're at now.
I mean, just to add what Brian's saying, and I've mentioned this, we talked about this. I swear it was, unless I'm having deja vu, but she is confirmed as a prime character moving forward, at least starting with Captain Marvel 2. Okay, the second season, I don't believe it's been confirmed yet, but I mean, they would be nuts. And there's the fire's there, the smoke's there. It's just we haven't got the confirmation. And it looks like Brian said, if the Young Avengers are coming, she's definitely going to be a part of it. And then also on top of that, Marvel Comics just rebooted her entire character, which is coming out soon. This is a great time to buy first or second print of those Marvel point ones. Like Brian was just saying, they're at an all-time low.
Wilbert.
Miss Marvel's garbage and a horrible investment. Just light your money on fire instead. I don't know. $41 for a Marvel now 0.1 whatever.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Well, the second
for
print
a book that was $200 literally a year ago.
the second print, there's only 49/8 on the census. So that alone, on a first appearance of a character, like I'm not getting rid of mine. You know what I mean?
No, it's definitely
there's only
buying
49/8.
Definitely
like,
buying a hold.
In 5 years, there may be 45. I mean, but that book came out when?
Yep.
Yeah.
You can beef up your PC, Wilbert, or you could, like you said, Miss Marvel's garbage and light your money on fire. Make sure if you light your money on fire, though, get that shit on camera, because I want to see that. But
Wilbert to do it.
All we're saying is that if from a speculation investment point of view to make some equity on a flip, this is a prime target.
Or if it's a book if there's a Miss Marvel book that you've been wanting to buy forever and you never been able to pick it up, the Ross Champions variant, or the one where she's on top of the roof.
Beef up the PC.
Yeah. the second print, 14, and all that stuff.
But this stuff that Marvel pulled was a last minute cash grab, and I don't think it was the worst idea in this sense from a marketing standpoint, but from the community standpoint, especially a lot of us in the live chat, I know everybody on the panel, it looks like a last minute squeeze the blood out of a turnip cash grab, and making a death about a character that not many are, know. It was dumb.
Yeah. Well, let's get to the second half. Hit that thumbs up, you guys. 209 watching live. On to the next one. At number 4, The Brave and the Bold, number 57, first appearance and origin of Metamorpho.
Yeah, so it was like cast or something like that, right? Or confirmed for. I vaguely heard what was going on. I'm sure you guys know more than I do.
Yeah, they cast him.
Okay. So these are all-time highs that happened this week. And I'm going to give you a bunch of different grades here. CGC 5.0, 300. CGC 4.0, 180. CGC 6.5, 575. CGC 7.5, 650. CGC 8.5, 1200. Those all occurred this week. All are all-time highs for this book.
Good shit.
You got 5, 6 first appearances in here. You have first and you get the first appearance, cover appearance, and origin of Metamorpho, which is so cool. First appearance,
great character too. I think it's an underrated character, man.
You have Simon Stagg and his I agree with you, and his servant Java. Both their first appearances are in here, and then you also have his Metamorpho's girlfriend Sapphire Stagg. So this is a really cool book, 1964 too.
But if you're speccing on DC, it's risky at best.
It is.
I agree.
But that's spec.
Moving on to number 3. Multiversity Harley screws up the DCU, issue number 5. This is the homage to the Spider-Man, Superman, Neil Adams cover right here. What was this, 1 in 25?
1 in 25.
Great homage.
This one just came out this week.
Mm-hmm.
It is selling for 50 to 60.
So it did get the bump. Wow, nice.
Yeah. Is there? I know that there is a Natalie Sanders variant or store variant for this. Are there any other store variants for this book?
I couldn't tell you.
Was it a Natalie? Hold on, was it a Natalie Sanders for this, or was that a different book?
And it was a retailer exclusive or a store variant?
That might have been was that Zatanna? I don't know. She had one come out this week. I could be wrong. 1 in 25. This one's selling from 50 to 60. It does have that. I mean, it looks exactly like. I mean, the font and everything is like dead on. DC Comics Presents. So it does have that cool look. If you like that stuff.
Yeah, good homages are still okay. There's just too many bad ones out there. So, and when a good one pops like this, I'm all for it.
How is she screwing up the DC universe?
Who?
Harley?
I don't know. Who knows? She always screws up something.
I think this is kind of like a DC's version of like Deadpool killed the Marvel universe, but for Harley in DC, kind of,
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Anybody reading this?
Yeah, that was just a question because I don't really know.
Yeah. Well, it's only selling because of the cover buy, it sounds like.
Yeah, but it is 50 to 60, so.
Yeah. All right, moving on to number 2. You knew it was going to be here. Wolverine issue number 88 is back on the Hot 10.
Still think this book is massively overpriced, just like it was the last time it jumped up when all these rumors happened. What was that, like 8 months ago?
Yeah, yep. When they first got confirmed.
Yeah.
With the walking down the stairs thing, walking up the stairs. Yeah.
But this had, so 9/8 of this had dropped to around 350 to 400 this week. The deluxe edition 9/8 sold for 600, the non-deluxe 525. So if you bought this at the low just recently for 350 to 400, that's a good flip. That's profitable to flip. So good on you. I still think 350 to 400 is probably an awful lot for this book because this was heavily printed. There are a lot of copies out there, and especially because they did a direct deluxe and a direct non-deluxe. So there are tons of these books out there.
All right.
There is a newsstand. Is there a newsstand at this?
Yes.
I'm assuming there is.
Yes, there is. Yes.
Okay. But
It's a fucking ugly cover, though.
I think so
hate
too.
it.
I always
I
thought
hate
this was
it.
an ugly cover.
I hate it. I could have sworn when we were on, I think we were on flip side. Ultra's in the chat. A lot of guys, Sleepy's in the chat. I could have sworn it was that Modern Playbook chat. We were looking at all those sales of Wolverine 88 in 2020 and 2021, and we thought they were bullshit sales. They were like two accounts from Kentucky or something. I don't know. Whatever.
yeah, I mean, Up to Down thinks I think it's overpriced now. I thought it was overpriced before. I thought it was overpriced when it was 350 to 400 for 9/8. It's not a great cover. I mean, at all. I mean, like it's really hard for me. Like, I think it would be a great cover if Deadpool's upper torso didn't look like a block of cheese. That's like, I mean, it just looks
His
wrong.
head looks weird too.
I mean, like
It looks like he has no
Wolverine looks
neck.
like Wolverine looks great.
Yes.
I
You know,
think-
that's a cover where you wish badass artists would repurpose this and redo it the right way. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
Then what would we say? You know, if the art was much better, I don't think we would be talking as harshly about it as we are. It's just the art really sucks.
Yeah.
And plus, there's tons of them out there.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a few, and I still fucking hate the art. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But Wolverine looks good.
But the one thing I have to say about this show is you guys have to appreciate Ben Stein's optics on the comic character's anatomy. That arm is weird. That leg is weird. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. What will he say next?
Hey, and my anatomy is not anything to look at. So
Hey man, could be worse. I look like a pile of chewed bubble gum right now.
Moving on to number 1. There it is, boys and girls. Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe, which everybody thinks that's exactly what we're going to see here in a movie.
What if Deadpool saves the Marvel universe
by killing the Fox universe?
Yeah.
Yeah. What have we said about specking on story arcs rather than characters like that Secret Invasion 1? No, you lose.
I love this series though. This is a great series, fun read, great cover.
Yeah. Now you compare this cover to the previous cover, and this one looks like a thousand times better.
Yeah.
There is a second print. The second print sketch, which is taking the Campbell Wolverine cover, that the redemption. So that obviously most people can't afford $5,000 for the Campbell redemption cover, but you can get the sketch as the second print of this. So, but it's not uncommon. It's not like it's a scarce book. There are plenty of copies out there, so the price is still reasonable for that. It's insane what I think people are paying for this. Raws were only around like $25. Now Raws are selling for $50, $60.
Wow.
CGC 9/8s are almost $500 for this.
Oh shit!
Yeah, like it's it's a bit insane.
Dude, I ought to list mine on eBay, dude. That.
Yes. Yeah. Just it's one of those things that I'm like, ugh, but all we're doing is just telling you what's going on. You guys can do with it what you want from there.
Amen. I agree.
Mr. Roboto.
Like in the run, he's got some badass covers though. The Punisher one,
I agree.
where he's gonna cut the Punisher's head off. That one's a badass cover, man.
Shout out to
it's
Mr.
like
Roboto.
number 4, number 3, something like that.
Appreciate you.
Mr.
Thanks for the
Roboto.
entertainment. Great stuff as usual.
Sing it again.
Well, I hope the movie comes out. I hope the strike ends soon. We'll see if that happens. Who knows?
So what about this strike? Because I've heard that like there's some really weird things going on with why they're doing this, right?
What was it that I heard? It was something in that they want to get rid of in the contract. Fuck, I can't remember. God damn it.
Well,
I'm getting old, man.
Yeah. I definitely want to, before we end the show, you guys, I want to
Wilbur, why are they striking? Wilbur to know.
Okay.
Wilbur to tell you. Wilbur's Comics, he knows.
I want to go through the comments from last week's episode real quickly. We're going to start off with David Posner, who says, I've never caught a live show, but you've become my regular Saturday morning routine. I listen to your show while I bag and board and go through my books from the previous Wednesday. Shabbat Shalom, my brothers. Back at you. Much love to you. Yeah.
That is freaking awesome.
Hell yeah. Very, very cool. Much love to you. Right back at you, brother. And then Jabez Creed says, salute to the passion of the top 10 crew and week in, week out viewers in the community. Couldn't agree more with that one, too. You guys hanging out with us live and watching and being a part of this is a big deal, so appreciate you. Paul Holloway says, thank you, Brian, for saying Hulk 181 is the first full appearance of Wolverine instead of erroneously calling it the first appearance. Great show as always, fellas. Keep it up. No problem, brother. It's easy. Rain in 3 said, great list of variety and an even greater list that shows great buying opportunities on cold, out-of-mind books. Agree. Yeah. Almost 10 and buy the dip. That's where it's at. Our one and only resident lawyer, Brad Seldon, says, I like graded books. I just feel differently about the utility of grading. In my honest opinion, it's best used for older books to authenticate, ensure completeness, and preserve or authenticate, verify signatures. The appeal of a modern book getting a 9.8 versus a 9.6 is incredibly curious, given what we know about CGC's quality control measures. Yeah. Yeah. That's a great comment, too.
Hold on. You either just blew my mind or I'm the dumbest person on the planet. So IMHO stands for in my honest opinion. I thought it was in my humble opinion. Is it really honest?
Well, it could be either.
Yes, it's in my honest opinion, but I'm sure some people say in my humble. I mean, it's just an acronym or whatever. That's funny. You know, he brings up a good point. Like we were just talking about, we were trying to find the difference between a 10.0 or a 9.9 than a 9.8. And so many people in the chat and along with a few of us on the panel, we were talking about it's almost impossible. But when 9.8s and 9.6s, you can always see. You can always, it seems like you can always see that.
I say it complicates things when both the 9.6 and a 9.8 are considered near mint.
Yeah,
that's the biggest complication of it all because it's virtually the same fucking grade.
So what's a 9.9 mint and then 10.0 gem mint?
Gem. See, 9.8 near mint. It's almost there. Right? And then 9.9 is mint. And then a 10 is really fucking mint.
Yeah. Right.
Kenny the Comic Collector says, another great show, fellas. I went 1 for 10 with the top 10 this week. I have the Venom 2099 that you showed. I have the Ron Lim variant as well. I have most of the 2099 first appearances to include Spider-Man, Hulk, Punisher, Doctor Doom, Conan, X-Men, and Fantastic Four. I didn't know they did a Conan 2099. I forgot about that one. I never even knew. I often wonder how you go about pricing a graded 9.9 or 10.0, especially if there's not a lot of them. I have a CBCS 9.9 of Batman 118, 1 in 100 silver foil variant. It's one of just 2 at that grade across both CGC and CBCS with no 10s.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Great. Pricing those 9.9 and 9.10s and what also what Brad Selden brought up in the comment above. 2 great comments right there.
Yeah. Hey, Brian, didn't with the acetate covers, with the 4 staples, didn't they have a 10.0 blue?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Mind blowing.
Yeah. Chris Ojeda says, I finally broke open my Toy Biz Spider-Man 2099 this year. I pressed it myself, submitted it, and it came back in 9.6. Wow.
Nice job.
It had no spine ticks, but it had some type of surface scuff, front, back, really small. I'm happy either way. Great job. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Luke says, I've always thought that the pool of buyers halved for signature series books versus blue label, mainly because the yellow label is priced higher. Now might be a good time to cherry pick some of the nice SIG books and stash them away. So if blue label is 100% value and yellow is 75 of blue, then green is 50% of blue. Kind of crazy when you think of it like this. A signature series book is only 25% more expensive than a green restored. Yeah, for whatever book you're looking at. That's interesting.
Wow. That's some due diligence right there.
Mr. Jeffrey B says, I have that Venom 2099 number 1. I got it signed by Crane right on the canister. That is cool. That is cool. That's a great place for the signature. That's another great thing when they sign in great places on there. And again, Campbell, though, half the time he signs, it's just wherever, however big he can make it on the book. Volsi says, I'm always trying to convince my wife that comic books and collecting are serious art forms, and then she sees my phone with My Little Pony cover on it. She gives me the look of, sure, motherfucker, sure. Topher Grail says, great show, fellas. As always, throwing down the good stuff. Thank you. But I will say I have a 9.9 and many 9.8s. The difference I notice is there's no noticeable flaw, even with my 10X mag I examine with. I'm not saying some 9.8s are not like that, but my 9.9 is definitely hella solid. Just thought I'd share. Yeah, hell yeah. Mr. Vanguard says, thanks for the show, fellas. World Tree is a good read so far. I would recommend it. Excellent. Leverage Comics says, if you're into signatures, have to get press when you do a CGC signing now. Seen multiple videos. Have to get pressed. Oh, signature series books have to get pressed when you do a signing?
I think he's saying that CGC will not, you'll get a lower grade with CGC unless you use their pressing service after you get them signed.
Wow. He also says, I'm all about
double dipping.
Yeah, I'm all about the foil of Hulk 181 and ASM 300. Just fun books. Got cheap 9.8 pre-orders. I understand it's dumb, but I'm a sucker for foil. Not collecting them for resale. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, if you like them.
Yep. Black Yoda Prime. Listen, that's an excellent name right there.
Great name.
SIGs on blue chip keys might be better inside the book so that it doesn't mar an iconic cover. Yeah. Spider-Man, this is from Ian or Landlubber. Spider-Man Gameverse book was free. It just showed up like promo posters do. There was no opportunity to order in advance like free comic book day. Darth Lopez says, I got Tool over Perfect Circle all day, every day.
Touche, brother.
I have some this is Kirby Carpenter says, I have some 9.6s that look like 9.8s and 9.8s that look like 9.6s. It's the mystery. Yeah. G. Carmen says, people buy fakes and grade them to put on their wall of their man cave. Yeah, okay. And then shout out to Funhouse with the emojis. The face and fire appreciate all you guys jumping on there and dropping those great comments. Thank you.
Are you going to blow my mind with the emoji telling me it's not surprise face or something like that? Like it means something totally different.
No, I think you're good on that one.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, next week is going to be an interesting week. We'll see how it plays out. We might have to call in somebody from the bullpen, but that being said, everything will work just fine. And make sure you guys come hang out with us tomorrow night on Modern Comic Mayhem for a very interesting episode over there.
Drama!
And yeah, that being said, hopefully, if you're going to San Diego Comic-Con, if you are going to San Diego Comic-Con, hit me up, you guys. I'll let you know what bar we're kicking it at, and you can come hang out with us and shoot the shit, because that's what I plan on doing. I plan on posting up at some good tiki bar or some cool place and hanging out with all you guys. So
you know what I would love to do at San Diego? I'd love to like undercut people's tables. Just have a bag, and can I see that that New Mutants 98? No. I got this one. How much is he selling? I'll say $100 cheaper. Like, get the fuck out of here! Like, just undercut everybody's books and shit.
You'll get your ass kicked there, man.
Yeah.
Security. No.
I just want to see what happens.
Yeah. Well, that being said, much love to everybody. We'll see you guys soon.
Peace.
Adios.
See you.